The question is, was Bray Wyatt the most creatively distinct wrestler over the last 25 years? In my opinion, I would say yes. He had a concept in his mind, and no matter how abstract it was, he would get it over. He would put the work in to sell it in the most bombastic way possible, and still somehow get a pop with the crowd, even though they know it's utter ridiculousness and they don't really understand what they're watching half the time. They're still saying, it's kind of cool though. He has a theme. He knows what he's doing when he's out there in the ring and when he's preparing for a match or just being in that space. And I just found out that he passed away. He's only 36. He was 36 when he passed. Apparently he had heart problems and a pretty severe heart condition that was underlying. I mean, you never know when your time is up. And 36 is just way too young. I mean, anything, I would say, under 80 nowadays is like, yeah, nah. There were health problems somewhere along the line. And he had a lot more to give. I think he was a Hall of Famer. He will be a Hall of Famer for the work he put in, especially during the lockdowns. I mean, he single-handedly, in some ways, along with probably only Roman Reigns, was able to capture the zeitgeist of the wrestling audience in that time period. He did things that no one had ever seen before, no one had ever attempted before, because of the constrictions and the restraints that were placed on these events. But he went balls to the wall with it. He always did that. And I guess his last proper match was that match with LA Knight. So if that's the last match, you know, that's the last match. It was a dark match. There was no lighting. It was very fitting for his character of The Fiend. And then there was this whole other Uncle Howdy aspect to it, which didn't get fleshed out as much as I think everyone would have liked to see. But obviously, Bray had health problems, and that was why his career was cut there, and that he's no longer with us. But he was a great performer. He gave me a lot of joy and a lot of time to experimentally think about storytelling and not be so in the box. You know, I think that's something Bray Wyatt never did. It wasn't, oh, this is the tried and tested path, we're going to do that. It was, okay, if this is tried and tested, we're going 180 and we're going the opposite direction. In fact, we're going 270. We're not even on the same plane. That's the type of stuff he did, and that's why he will always be remembered in the wrestling industry. If you haven't watched his matches, if you don't know who he was, the guy was eclectic. He seemed like a very gentle soul, and I'll miss seeing him on TV.